I was at the XC World Cup in Alpstadt this year and I caught sneaky glimpses of SRAM's Eagle E-Tap. SRAM is still pretty quiet on when that's going to come out. Hopefully it could be next year. I'm really excited to see what they do, where the shifter's going to go. Will it be a kind of grip shift thing? Will it be a really small button? Will it be a big lever? There's lots of options there because obviously it'll be electronic. I suspect it'll be incredibly expensive and you probably won't see it on that many bikes, but yeah, if someone gets it in for BikeRadar for test, I'll be looking forward to seeing it then.
Looking forward to 2019, one of the things I'd really like to see on the women's mountain biking side of things is longer reach on women's specific bikes. Now I know that there's a lot of opinion as to whether women's specific bikes are necessary or not. I think they do suit some women, but I would never say that you should definitely go for one. But one thing I have noticed with the ones I've tried is they're just a little bit on the short side for me. I do sit towards the higher end of the height ranges within them, but I'd like just a couple more millimeters, even a centimetre or two, and I think that would just give me a lot more confidence on descents.
Being really into my technology, I'm very excited about DJI's new Osmo Pocket. It's a tiny little 4K 60 frames per second gimbal. The thought of being able to have a gimbal in my jersey pocket I can pull out for things like BikeRadar diaries is very exciting. You can add a whole bunch of accessories, an extension rod, a wireless module, a controller module, a waterproof case. It's just a very enticing idea in a tiny package and I'm really hoping it lives up to the claim. So DJI, please send us one.
This year we finally, after years and years of speculation, saw the launch of Fox's live valve system. For those of you that don't know, live valve is essentially an automatic lockout of sorts which reacts to the terrain as you hit it. This is a technology which was anticipated for a long time. I hope that in 2019 we're going to see the more widespread adoption of it, and hopefully with more brands getting on board with similar technologies, we'll also see the price of such things drop. I might be waiting for that for a long time though. But with that said, the electronics themselves which control the system aren't really that complicated, and the real cost of the system is in the R&D. So perhaps in time, we'll see a more mass market adoption of it. Whether that's going to be in 2019 or not remains to be seen, but I have my doubts. Maybe 2029, I'll get back to you then. For those of you that have seen it, I was also quite excited this year by our design for the bike of the future. We asked Seb Stott and some other members of the team to imagine what the bike of 2028 might look like. And I think that in 2019, surely some brave, bold brand out there will think it's such a compelling idea that they are sure to bring it into production in 2019.
Heading into 2019, the thing I'm most excited about is a product trend, not something specifically. What I want to see is bike manufacturers taking into consideration where bikes need to be flexy and where they need to be stiff. Now we've seen this with Scott's new Ransom. They've built in a bit of vertical compliance, but kept it laterally stiff. I want to see more manufacturers doing that, and I'm really looking forward to throwing my leg over some bikes with those traits.
2019 is going to involve a lot of fork testing for me, and that involves some linkage forks. Now these aren't entirely new, we've seen them on the white PRST1 for example, but in recent years there's been renewed interest in this idea of linkage forks, which articulate on bearings and links like rear suspension, as opposed to telescopic sliding elements like a conventional telescopic fork. Potential advantages of this include reduced friction, less brake dive, and more consistent trail, which affects the steering stability. A few weeks ago I was asked to design my dream bike of the future for BikeRadar, and I expect a linkage fork on that bike for these reasons. 2019 could just be the year that linkage forks start to gain traction.